Max Payne isn't tragic because of what he loses. He's tragic because nothing ever replaces it, and the world never lets him forget. In video games, pain is usually temporary. It motivates the hero, it gives him purpose. But Max Payne is different. His pain doesn't push him forward, it becomes the lens through which he sees everything. Max Payne loses his family in minutes. There's no build up, no warning, and no time to prepare. And the game never gives him the time to process it. Neither does the player. He doesn't grieve, he doesn't reflect. He keeps moving because stopping would mean feeling. The city becomes his distraction. Violence becomes a routine. And his inner monologue isn't poetic, it's defensive. Like someone trying to convince himself that this version of the world is the only one that exists. Max Payne 2 introduces something dangerous. Not hope itself, but the idea that Max might be wrong about the world. Mona Sachs isn't a cure. She's the proof that Max's version of reality may not be the only one. For the first time, the game lets Max imagine a version of himself that isn't defined entirely by loss. And that's exactly why it doesn't last. Because Max doesn't know how to heal. And by this point, he doesn't fully trust healing to be a real thing. Max Payne 2 isn't about recovery. It's about pretending that recovery is possible. By Max Payne 3, something changes. Not the pain, the tone. Max isn't dramatic anymore. He's tired. Alcohol doesn't numb him, it erodes him. It narrows his world until cynicism feels like clarity. Even his narration feels different. Less metaphor, less poetry, not because he's being honest, but because he's stopped questioning himself. Violence isn't personal anymore. It's procedural. Easier to trust than people. Easier to understand than hope. This isn't rock bottom. This is what comes after. When pain becomes familiar and healing stops being a goal. Max Payne survives. But survival isn't healing, especially when you stop believing that healing is possible. That's why Max Payne isn't remembered as heroic or inspiring. He is remembered as heavy. And that's what makes him the most depressing protagonist in gaming history.